Hola! It's lasagna time. This recipe has 4 parts: meat sauce, lasagna noodles, bechamella sauce, and shredded mozzarella cheese. Ingredients and amounts are written in the description below for your future reference. Let's get started. First, we get our large frying pan and sauté 1 pound of ground meat in olive oil. My parents use ground beef, but we substitute ground turkey. Once this is browned all the way, we can add 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 cups of chicken stock, and these seasonings: 1 bay leaf, half a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Again, if you want to use beef, you can do beef stock instead of chicken stock. We use better than bouillon because you just add that with water to make stock and it takes up less space in our kitchen storage.
Now that all of the ingredients for the meat sauce are added, simmer for 40 minutes to an hour partly covered, stirring occasionally.
We have a box of lasagna noodles that say to cook for 10 to 12 minutes. We're going to boil water in an electric kettle first because we find it faster than boiling in a pot. Once the water is boiling, we transfer it into a pot and add the noodles. The last part of preparations is the bechamella sauce. We take our small saucepan and melt 3 tablespoons of butter over low heat. Then we stir in 6 tablespoons of flour. We're not stirring with anything metal because this is a non-stick pan and we don't want to scrape off the coating with a wire whisk. Once the butter and flour has browned a little bit, we can start adding the 2 cups of milk and 1 cup of cream. You want to add it in slowly and stir as you go to avoid clumps. You can heat the milk and cream in the microwave before adding it into the pot to lessen the time before the mixture simmers. Once the mixture simmers, reduce the heat and let it thicken. Our water for the lasagna noodles is now boiling and we can add in our noodles. You want to separate the noodles to ensure they aren't sticking together, otherwise the sides that are stuck won't cook properly. Remove the bechamella sauce from heat once thickened and add 1 teaspoon of salt. When the lasagna noodles are done, drain the hot water and replace with cold water to stop the noodles from cooking. I want the water to be cool enough where I can handle the noodles with my bare hands. Now we have all of our components and we can start putting the lasagna together. Now is a good time to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Use a 9 by 13 by 3 inch baking dish or similar. Spread 1/3 of the meat sauce on the bottom of the baking dish, then enough noodles to cover that, 1/3 of the bechamella, and 1/3 of a pound of shredded mozzarella cheese. Repeat this step 2 more times. Now the lasagna is assembled and we can bake it in the oven for 40 minutes. Mangia, mangia, enjoy!